Nandita, you have made a very special film which holds up a mirror to us, I think, in a way, hoping to alter people's view of looking at things, which is also a preventive measure. So, how would you address the challenge now? I mean, how would you share your experiences of what you've been trying to do?
Yes, my interaction or my understanding of communalism in a creative way started with street theatre. I was part of Jan Natya Manch with Safdar Hashmi, and we used to do plays on communalism, go to factories, go to various bastis, go to rural areas. And you know, I was 18, 19, I really did think that those street plays were going to change everything, and that the level of idealism was very high. I think it still is, foolishly or otherwise. But at that time, the whole format of a street play is where you go into the middle of people, you look into their eye, you take up these issues, you interact with them after that. It's something so personal that it does connect with people. After that, of course, there was a bit of films and plays, and I started realizing that film is a mass media which does reach out to a lot more people. I came into acting by default, and I think my own background of all of this and other social issues, having done social work, not that a degree makes you a better or worse social worker, but it definitely exposes you to all this. But somewhere along the line, I felt that if a film does have that power to reach out, of course no film has created a revolution. We have seen many, I myself have seen many more nicer films than say Firak, things that have really deeply moved me, my head and heart have been stirred. And again, it's not like one suddenly gets transformed, but I also do believe over the years that whatever you and I are also an effect of everything that we have read, seen, heard, and we ourselves probably don't know that what really impacts us. And I think cinema is one such thing, that it sort of goes into our subconscious in ways that we ourselves don't realize, and it only gets reflected in the way we respond to things. Firak really was born out of the desire, I was truly compelled to want to tell these stories. It wasn't that I thought, okay, now I want to direct, let me look for a script. In fact, it was something else that I was working on. And having worked with various people like Harsh and others who were working in Gujarat, after 2002, I started doing a series of talks in colleges, and I would name them identity and this notion, and the notion of the other. And just to kind of try and define what is that other, how do we relate to it, where does that them and us really come from? And even after those talks, whether you are doing it in a college, whether you're sitting with someone on a flight, whether you're talking to a bunch of young people or whatever, I started realizing that one just couldn't almost have a conversation about religion, about identity, about prejudice. Everything just became so polarized, and it just became, it sort of lost its quality of a conversation and became really a very heated argument. And I think all of that, somewhere, my own helplessness, frustration of not being able to address it in a structured, in a creative, in some form that I think would make more impact, is how really Firak was born. It began with one story of sort of our class of people, where we think we can argue and talk it all out and everything will be sorted. And it just seemed too much like a drawing room drama. And all the other stories, I think, that were inside me, that I was exposed to through what I had heard, read, seen, felt, all of that needed to come. And that's how it became an ensemble film with various, representing various classes, communities, all of that. But most importantly, various emotions. Because I didn't, in fact, want to make a film of that violence. The obvious violence we know, and of course there are heinous crimes that are committed at that time. But as Harsh also talked about, the aftermath, all that lingers on after the actual violence is over, I think is far more dangerous. And it's because it's not on the surface and it just kind of lingers on, whether it's fear, whether it's anger, whether it's desire to retaliate, whether it's guilt. All of that, I think, is more dangerous because you don't quite know how to address it. You don't quite know how to attack it because it's not in your face. And having said the fact that a film cannot create a revolution, because I saw the impact of it probably with a film like Fire, where I did think that it evoked enough discussion and public debate for us to reach in a place where 377 is being, questioned at least by the Delhi High Court, or the level of debate at least around issues of homosexuality have increased. So therefore, I think somewhere to be able to discuss certain issues in Firaaq was important. I was very aware that I didn't want to make it didactic. I didn't want to answer all questions, not that one, I myself, I think, was grappling with many questions and many dilemmas. So the idea was to leave them open-ended, ask a lot of questions. Just to collect a cast and crew was so difficult, because it wasn't like you were telling a story of a film. I invariably got into sort of arguments or discussions with people in the cast and crew who thought I was, I was very one-sided. It wasn't a balanced film. I mean, skewed reality, but you still want a balanced film. So it was really tough to want to even convince. And at times I remember saying that forget about the film, let not the film happen. And I was more focused on just that conversation that I would have with a particular cast and a particular crew. During the shoot, there were cast members who would come to me and said, I didn't really think I was communal, but maybe I am. And we would discuss things like that. Or there was an actor who had actually, his own father was killed during the Kashmir massacre, and he was from the Hindu Pandit community, and he said that I now realize what it must have been then, but I realize it from another perspective, and I was only feeling like a victim. Because he actually, this is Sanjay Suri, who plays a Muslim character with the name Samir Sheikh, and his whole dilemma is of how does he deal with his first name that kind of protects him, because it's Samir and it sounds Hindu, and the Sheikh, which gives away his identity, and does he hide his identity or does he reveal it, and does he own up to it? So for him it was a different journey. So I think the whole making of it, the writing of it was extremely cathartic for me. Then came the release. You do it all basically to share these stories with a larger audience. But of course in our country a commercial film has its place, and anything else is kind of said, oh, it's a festival film, it's a niche film, it's for the classes. And often the classes say that because I think sometimes we get arrogant in thinking that maybe the masses will not understand. But wherever the film has been seen by people, who in fact do not carry the burden or the weight of intellectual questions only, but see it as a film, as stories, and if it touches their heads and hearts, they react to it. I remember the first screening I had, my driver was also watching it, and he came out and he was so shaken. He said, he just sort of sat down and he says, "Didi, log itna ladte kyun hain?" That's all he said. But I think for me, that in many ways was what the film talks about. It talks about that violence doesn't spare anybody. I of course continue to get hate mails, primarily those who disagree with the politics of it, and also mails where people have shared their stories in great length, where they have connected. I did think the film was primarily for India because the context, the references were, I thought, too Indian. How do you explain that somebody with a bindi is supposed to be Hindu and the one without is not, or mazar is different from a mosque, etc. But I was pleasantly surprised that wherever one travels, because human emotions are so universal, because sectarian wars and violence is so unfortunately universal, that people do relate to it.